So do you also want to automatically send emails to all your housing.com leads? Then give me 10 minutes and I'll show you how. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to automatically send emails to housing.com leads using Gmail. So over here I'm running a real estate agency and we also use housing.com to get more leads for our business. And now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new lead from housing.com, I want to automatically send them a welcome email. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between housing.com and Gmail. And we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language using an amazing automation software, which is Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own real estate agency, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen.
Welcome to my screen, everyone. In this video, I'll show you how to automatically send personalized emails to new leads from housing.com using Gmail. So as soon as we receive a new lead inquiry, whether it is for rental, purchase or project, this workflow capture their details and send them a professional thank you or a follow-up email with the property information or the next steps. It's a perfect and a great way to respond instantly, build trust and improve your chances of conversions. So let's set this up together step by step. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to look for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and this is the amazing automation software named Pabbly Connect, which you're going to use today in order to create a connection between housing.com and our Gmail account. Alright, now before we continue, let me quickly show you something that can really help you. This right over here is Pabbly Community, a space created specially for business owners, marketers and automation users just like you. Here you can ask questions about any automation you're building and you often get instant replies from our active members. Whether you are stuck somewhere or you want a feedback on your workflow, you will find the people who have already solved these similar problems and are happy to help. It's a great way to learn faster, explore more ideas and stay connected with others who are using Pabbly Connect just like you. So the link to join the Pabbly community is right over here in the description box below. You can check it out and make sure that you definitely join it. So yes, now I'm just going to move on forward and create this amazing automation, or you can say connection between housing.com and my Gmail account by using Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now after opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, over here we're just going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here, I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps. And over here, going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video, we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account. And to get started with the automation, you simply have to click on this button which says create workflow. And now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard, you can see multiple folders which I have already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created mine, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow as automatically send emails to housing.com leads using Gmail. And then I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create. And once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this, you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by our trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of our trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, I'm simply going to select my trigger application, which is housing.com. So I'm just going to search for housing.com right over here, and as you can see the same, so I'm simply going to select it. And now for the trigger event, I'm just going to select it as new leads right over here, and now it is giving me a webhook URL in order to create a connection between housing.com and Pabbly Connect. So what you have to do is to automate the lead capture, you have to copy the above webhook URL and configure it in your account, which is your housing.com account. So to configure this, you have to reach out to your accounts manager from housing.com, because housing.com doesn't have the provision to add the webhook URL as a user. So you have to reach to your account manager of housing.com or someone from the backend team of housing.com so that they can add this webhook URL into your account, and then your integration will be activated by their team only. Once they activate the subscription, leads will start coming to the campaign selected by you. All right, so as you can see, I've already did all of this, and now what I'm just going to do is we are just going to get this webhook response right over here. I'm just going to do the test submission to get this webhook response. And as you can see that we have successfully received the response over the first name, the last name, the phone number, the email, and the area interested in. So yes, you simply have to send this webhook URL to your account manager, and then you are also going to get the response of your leads right over here. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step, and now I'm just going to send emails to all the leads from housing.com. Further, I'm just going to select my action application as Gmail right over here. So I'm just going to search for Gmail and select it. And now for the action event, I'm just going to simply select it as send email v1 and click on this connect. Noticing add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Gmail account with your Pabbly Connects workflow, you can simply go towards this, select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and then you have to go towards this button which says connect with Gmail. And once you go towards this connect with Gmail, Pabbly is going to ask you to select your Gmail account, with the help of which you're going to create the connection between your Gmail account and your Pabbly Connects workflow. And after selecting the Gmail account, Pabbly is going to ask you for some permissions. So what you have to do is you simply have to click on allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because your data is secure with Pabbly. And once you give Pabbly all the permissions, your Gmail account will be connected. I've already connected my Gmail account, so I'm simply going to go towards this select existing connection and then save. And now it's asking me for the recipient email address. So as you can see that we have received the email address of our lead right over here in the response of our previous step, which is this. So I'm just going to send an email to this lead only, right? So I'm just going to enter this same email address right over here, but we are not going to enter it manually by copy pasting it like this or entering it manually by typing it, but instead I'm just going to map it. So you must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you can see that our previous step was the trigger step where we selected housing.com as our trigger application. So you're simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only, and as soon as we are just going to map these details automatically, my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. So I'm simply going to map this email address right over here so that it can change with every new response received. And now it is asking me for CC and BCC. So no, this is not the required field and I don't want to keep anyone in CC and BCC. So I'm just going to leave it as blank. And now it is asking me for the sender's name. So as you can see, the name of my company is this, Spark Realty, and I'm just going to send the mail using this sender's name only. So I'm just going to enter this sender's name right over here. And now it is asking me for the email subject. All right, so as you can see that I'm just going to use email subject something like this. So I'm just going to simply enter this same email subject right over here. Now I'm just going to move on further. It is saying reply to. So no, this email is not a reply email. I'm just going to leave it as blank. And now it is saying email content type. So over here, if you want to send a simple email, you can select the email content type as plain. And if you want to send an advanced email, something like this, where you have the listings and the rest of the details too, then you can simply select the email content type as HTML. But you must be wondering from where you're going to get this HTML content. So you can use ChatGPT to get the HTML content simply without knowing any programming or coding language. You can simply give ChatGPT a plain email and ask it to convert it into HTML content, and it will convert it. It is very easy. I've also did the same. So I'm simply going to select the email content type as HTML, and I'm just going to enter the email content in HTML tags right over here. So yes, you can see that I've simply entered this email content, and in this email content, I'm just going to map few details. Like over here, going to see that I've left these spaces for name, email, and some details. So I'm just going to simply map it. First, I'm just going to map the name. So I'm just going to map the first name, put a space, and then the last name. Now I'm just going to move on forward. Over here, going to see that I've left the space for city. So I'm simply going to map the city. Now I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to map the email address right over here, and then I'm just going to map this phone. So yes, I've left spaces for this this, you can also ask your AI agent to write this email and leave some spaces which you can keep dynamic, like name, email, phone number, and area they are interested in. So yes, with this we have successfully entered this email content, and now I'm just going to move on further. It is saying file name and attachment. So both of these are not the required fields, and I don't want to attach any file, so I'm just going to leave it as blank and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, yes, you can see result status sent. So we have successfully sent the email. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to open my Gmail account, go back, and as you can see that we have successfully sent the email. So I'm just going to open it, and as you can see that this email has been sent to demo lead. The previous one was sent to test lead, but this one is sent to demo lead. And we're going to see the rest of the email details. You're going to see the same area, same phone number, and the same email address which we received during our test submission. So yes, with this we have successfully completed this workflow, and now what is going to happen is that whenever we're going to receive a new lead from housing.com, automatically an email is going to be sent towards them, something like this. So yes, with this we can nurture our leads, and also what is going to happen is that we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. All of this is going to happen in backend, and we can just sit back and relax. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching.
So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.